Good morning, everyone, and happy beginning of March. I am here with your spell work astrological breakdown for March 2025. So you can plan your month ahead, schedule out all of your magic, and also basically schedule your regular life using astrology because it's an extremely beneficial tool. And if you know what's coming up when and what to address when, it makes your month so much more smooth. So we use this as an actual tool to navigate life. That's how I do it. I call it astrological mapping. I look at my entire month ahead and I go through the astrology day by day, days that are significant. I write down in my schedule things that should be focused on that day, things that might come up, things to avoid, and what type of spell work or spiritual sort of mindset I should be in for that day. Astrology is a completely free tool for us to use. I provide these maps at the beginning of every month here on my podcast, and you will also be able to see this video on my YouTube channel, which is Conjured Cardea. So let's start with, since today is March 1st and we're going into March 2nd, it is Venus retrograde. I am holding a Venus retrograde ritual tonight. Venus retrograde is a time to address what you want in love and money and finances in career, what you want those to look like to be stable for you. This is a really, really important astrological event that I find sets the tone for how you are treated in relationships, how you are treated in your professional life, career advancement, potential opportunities. So, if you are looking for stability in these areas and maybe messages or some opportunities coming to you from the other realm of what serves you and what does not serve you, this is the time that those messages would be very clear to you. So it is a time to really look at where you want to be professionally, financially, and in your love life. I can tell you for myself, right before this Venus retrograde, I won't get too much into this here because I'll probably do a separate podcast on it. But I had a contract for a project, and this company has been a nightmare to work with this entire time. And basically, at the beginning of the week, they let me know that that I could keep my advancement fee that they had paid me for the project, but that they no longer felt like it was a good fit. And I could not have been more relieved to hear this. So they essentially finished paying me for a project that they came to me for, and I already over the last 20 years had it about 70% done. So basically I got paid to finish that and have it ready, and I'll be submitting it to other companies that are more in alignment with my path, my spirituality, what is important to me, and how I would like to be presented and marketed. So that is a good example of what could be coming up right now. If something comes up for you like this during Venus retrograde, do not panic. It is for your own good. I will promise you it is beneficial and it is what needed to happen for you. So this is not a time to panic if you start seeing things evolve, right? Just because they're changing does not mean that it's bad. It's evolving into something better for you that is more suitable for you. So if you want help in any area like that, register for my Venus retrograde service tonight. There are add-ons that you can get of a free spell candle. I'm doing a charged perfume roller this time. and a full-sized novena candle. And I'll do a video on those separately, so you'll be able to see those. So that's what's happening today and tomorrow, Venus retrograde. All right, let's get into and questioning things during this next week is gonna be typical too, right? This is an intensive time to see what really fits for you and who's providing you stability and who's not. So while that can initially sound uncomfortable, you got to pay to play. And those are the things that you have to do to figure out what's right for you. If you do not do this, then you will be just taking any old thing that is handed to you. And that's not what we want to do in life. You don't want other people deciding what is going to be handed to you and what you're going to be doing. You want to be the one in charge of making those decisions and filtering out what is not of value to you and what is not worthy of you. So March 8th, Sun trines Mars. That Mars aspect, we feel a lot of confidence and motivation happening during this time. But we don't want to be hasty on making decisions or commitments during this time. So you may get an idea and you're super pumped and super confident about it, but this is not the time to make any serious decisions. And that goes with starting something new or ending something. You may be like, I'm done 100%. This is what we're not going to do because this ain't that. Hold back on all that, okay? Because that's just that fiery Mars energy getting you amped up with no real backing for it, okay? March 11th, Mercury conjunct Venus. So Mercury comes up, we're always talking about communication, right? And we are headed into a Mercury retrograde this month. Warning you now, go book my service, get my retrograde reverse oil, get prepped now. Go this week and order it and get booked, okay? So this is a good time starting right before the retrograde to get prepped. So check your sort of your finances, check your business agreements, check in on your relationships, check in on your friends. If you haven't seen somebody in a while, it's time to plan something with them and show up to it. You're going to feel a burst of positive energy around this. So this is the time to take care of those relationships before Mercury retrograde sets in, because if we don't put in attention to our communication and our relationships prior to Mercury retrograde, when that hits, that has a tendency to just, if things was already unraveling, it's about to unravel faster. So that's a good day to focus on that and getting your communication straight and making sure that you are making people a priority, okay? The people that you want to spend time with, that you actually do this. March 14th, full moon, total lunar eclipse. This will be a blood moon. I will also have a service for this that you can book. This is focused around healing, organization. Again, right before Mercury retrograde, get organized, double check your stuff, pay what bills you can, check your bank accounts, double check paperwork if you have to submit it for work, for a project, for a promotion, for anything legal. Double check numbers on things that are being submitted to you, everything, okay? It's also a good time to let go of the things that maybe Venus retrograde brought up that you saw that were no longer working for you. This would be a great time to do a ritual to, once those are really clear to you, to let those go on the blood moon. You can simply write them down on a piece of paper, burn that piece of paper during the blood moon to like really open up that space in your life and let it be filled with things that are appropriate for you, that are beneficial for you, that are going to bring you the goals and the desires in the future that you want. So Blood moons are also a good time for revelations and messages if you wanted to pull some tarot cards or get a tarot reading or book a birth chart reading. Things like that would be a great time to do that, because this is all about healing and fostering new space and gathering messages and energy. March 15th, Mercury Retrograde. So y'all know about it. I mean, I've got, I don't know how many videos out there about Mercury Retrograde. Don't be afraid of it. If you do everything that I'm telling you to do prior to that date, you'll be fine. If you're like being really stubborn and you're not communicating well and you've had an attitude all month and you have been submitting your work late and letting your work slack, you're not allowing yourself for extra time to get places, you haven't double checked your tickets or your itineraries or your projects or your paperwork you're submitting, you could run into some problems. So don't say that I didn't tell you. The idea with astrology is that it can help us prepare and negate some of these issues and also enhance opportunities that it's sending us, right? So don't be afraid of it, but just get your ducks in a row. March 20th, Sun enters Aries. That Aries energy, extra confident, extra motivated. This is a great time to tackle a big goal or to start a big plan. If you have thought about starting a business, if you've thought about going back to school, if you are looking at buying a new car, if you're looking at buying a house, if you are considering asking someone to be exclusive with you romantically, these are ideas that might be coming up now, and this is the time to maybe take the first step towards that and make sure that's what you really want to do. I'm not saying jump all in and pull the trigger, but this is time to take a really good sized motivated step forward on some big goals that you've been wanting. March 21st, Venus sextile Pluto. So this is a relationship area. You are going to want to check in with your partner, your partners, your friends. You are going to want to set up time for them. Ask them what's going on with their lives. Ask them how they're really doing. So pay attention to them now, because this is an area of astrology where if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. This is a sensitive time for relationships where if you don't put in a little bit more effort and a little bit more investment right now, you may find those relationships getting really weak, to the point to where you may not be able to salvage them. So make them a priority, make a date, buy some concert tickets, go on a weekend, take a picnic, take a hike, any of that stuff, okay? But just make sure that the people in your life know that they are a priority to you. March 27th, this is this is the theme of the month. Check on your finances and your relationships, romantic and platonic. This is the theme of March. Check on your stuff. This is not the time to be hiding your head in the sand, because, things are not exactly how we want them to be right now. Things are never exactly how we want them to be. That's no reason to hide your head in the sand and be a baby and not take control of your life, and handle your business. Okay. So check on your finances, check on your partnerships again. Avoid impulse spending. Avoid shady investments. This is not the time to book that course that popped up in your face on Instagram. That sounds like the best idea. And, it's only going to cost you $9,995 to join. This is not the time for that. So This is a relationship, a people communication month, and um, it also is love and finances, but that's all connected. You should be getting that stuff stable so that you can provide and share more with those that you love. 329, new moon, partial solar eclipse in Aries. You're going to want to check on your plans, revisit goals, maybe from that previous March 20th where you took a big step into something, and then double down on them, because this is a manifestation day. So 329, I would say, is a great spell work day. Whatever you decided on March 20th that you were going to take a step into, March 29th is a great day to do a spell towards it, to bring it into manifestation, to bring it quickly to you with success, with victory, with conquering energy, with open roads. Okay, that's great type of work to do then. March 30th. This is not a day to make any significant changes to any of your routine or your finances or to your relationships. You don't want to break up with nobody right now, but you don't want to move in with nobody either. And this is going to be another spiritual day. So this would also be a day for some altar work, to give honor and respect and offerings to your deities and your spirits. Refresh your altar, get a tarot reading, get a birth chart reading, go in for some self-care, some Reiki, massage therapy, anything spiritual like that on this day. So revamp your spiritual space, give yourself some spiritual self-care. Maybe you want to go to a meditation session, maybe you want to book a retreat, anything like that. This is a day of action, but in the spiritual side of us. So that covers March, and I hope that helps you guys plan out your month, and it sets you up for just the best energy and the most success that you can have for March. Don't forget to stop by and register for the Venus retrograde service, the blood moon service, and the Mercury retrograde service. All of those come with spell items that you can add on, that we can ship to you, that will help ease this time in that astrological event, and also bring you the most from that astrological event. So I want you all to have a beautiful and blessed March, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Blessings.